Hachette Audio presents The Hammer, Power, Inequality, and the Struggle for the Soul of Labor by Hamilton Nolan, read by the author. Introduction. My parents were 60s people. My dad, who grew up in Queens, went to the University of Virginia for a single year before dropping out to become a civil rights worker. He met my mom in Atlanta, where they both worked on an underground newspaper called The Great Speckled Bird. If you want to needle my mom, you can say she was a hippie. She'll get a stern look and reply, "We weren't hippies, we were activists." In Atlanta, my dad was, among other things, a member of the October League, part of the wide universe of radical left-wing splinter groups that emerged when the idealism of the 60s exploded into the harder ideological shrapnel of the 70s. He talks about those days as a time when righteousness bled into farce. For example, because the group was monitored by the FBI, its meetings were held in secret locations. A car would come and pick people up and deliver them to the chosen, undisclosed spot. One day, the group rented a hotel meeting room for one of its secret assemblies. When the car delivering the members pulled up to the hotel, they looked up and saw a message on the hotel's large overhead sign, "Welcome, October League." Still, the commitment necessary to be a true radical in 1970s Georgia was not inconsiderable. They were beaten up by rednecks while trying to sell them the communist newspaper outside of factory gates, an example of the perils of overestimating your audience. The October League members were themselves required to get factory jobs so as to be embedded in the proletariat and help them organize. This tactic was in contrast to their counterparts who split off to form the Weather Underground, which was more inclined toward bombing than labor organizing. My mom worked at a Sophie May peanut brittle factory. To this day, the smell of peanut brittle turns her stomach. My dad worked at a Nabisco factory. He has many happy memories of eating the world's freshest Ritz cracker right as it emerged from the oven, and of carting home free boxes of canned beef stew that had been damaged by coworkers purposely slamming the boxes on the ground. He was the type of guy who would read a book while on the line at the factory, but the work suited him. The Nabisco factory had a union. Not unusual for the time, the union was racist. In August 1972, after a black employee was unjustly fired from the plant, 250 of the Nabisco workers walked out in a wild.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?